Hello everyone, Sheila back again. Welcome to my channel. I am just knitting a little bit of this, bit more of this one. It's another one I'm going to be doing a tutorial for when I get time. I'm doing a little bit at a time as I'm knitting the thing. But I'll put that down because I have had Happy Meal this morning. my poor woman thinks she gets excited every time she comes to my door. She's at my door nearly every day. I'm going to show you what I've got. This is from a lady who has bought a lot of things from my eBay shop. I know she's put her address on the back, so I'm not going to hold it up because I don't want to give her address out to everybody. But I haven't opened it up yet. I'm going to open it up now and see what's inside it. And where have I put my scissors? I'll see if I can tear it. It's sellotaped up here. No, I need my scissors. Yeah. It's from Amazon. Put that bag down there now, and go on this one now. Well, the box says Amazon. I don't know what's in it because it's been packed by the lady herself. It hasn't come direct from Amazon. That down, and I've got the box open. And there's a card on top. See what it says on the card first. It says, thank you. It says, dear Sheila, I enjoy watching your videos on YouTube. Look forward to every new one. The courses as always are so nice. All my daughters are happy to have their own sets now. Oh, that's what you've been buying them all for Amanda. Says thank you for all you do. For a lass from the other side of the Tyne. Yes, she lives on the other side of the water to me. All the best love from Amanda. She doesn't so I don't live in North Shields now, but I did when I was first married, and we used to get the ferry over to North Shields because I have a big market there. Used to be on a Saturday. I think they have it other days, but me and my husband always used to go over on it. Sometimes we went over on the ferry, but sometimes we drove over. Or sometimes it was hard to find, and when the market was on, it was hard to find a parking place, and it was a great market. And I haven't been there for years. I'm going to have to go over sometime because I used to get a lot of wool and that there then. That was for my knitting machine when I had my knitting machine. So that's a lovely card from Amanda. I want to see what's in this. Oh, the bags. There's some bags here. Oh, they're massive, these ones. 1, 2, 3, 4. A few more. Really big bag. They're packing these, you know, they're a lot bigger than the ones I have. The ones I buy from like Poundland and places like that. They're big, but not this big. I'll have to take them, get them out the way. And it's wool. I'll have to put them down there, they're so big. Oh, dear me. I can't believe this. Mint humbugs. I love those. I love the humbugs. I love the buttermints. I like nearly all sweets actually. I think it's a thing from when you're a kid. And fudge. You know, the last packet I got from Kate from the last homely house, I opened that packet and I said I was only going to have a couple out. But you know, the packet was empty by the end of the night. That'll probably happen with this one as well. You know, Amanda, all my subscribers keep me going in sweets. I don't think I need to buy any actually. So that's lovely. I'm going to enjoy those. I love those little bags as well. I love your little bags. Little yellow stripes. And there's some lovely wool in here. It's baby care prints. It's wool craft. It's like a spotted, different. It's a pale blue with, yeah, there's different shades of blue spots in the blue one. And there's 5 balls of the blue. The same with the pink. It's got, I'm not sure whether it's different shades of pink or whether it's one shade, but it's pale pink with a lot of like spots in. The same with the blue has different shades of spots. It has a light blue and a deeper blue spots as well as a pale blue. I can't really make it out with this one like that. I think it has got a very paler pink and a deeper pink in, but oh, they are lovely baby ones. I'm going to get some lovely baby things out of those. And tear prints, and they are 300 meters, 100-gram balls, 100% acrylic. And put that in there like that. I can't believe what people keep sending me, you know that. I don't know why they like me so much, you know. No wonder that the postwoman is always, in fact, she's not just smiling, she's always laughing now when she knocks at the door. Of course, a lot of people write Happy Meal on the envelopes, and I think one postwoman did ask me, she says, what on earth's Happy Meal? I had to tell her, you know, but I think probably a lot of the post people know because I think there's a lot of these are sent out to people like. But that's lovely, Amanda. I can't thank you enough for that and for those sweets as well, especially that fudge. I'm missing the fudge because I made a PIJ myself and ate all the last lot. I have to put that down now. But seeing I have been doing this, I'll be putting a bit of this tutorial up when I finish the other one. But I have got a little bit more done with that one. With the back and one of the front. And I have just started the other front. But I've only done the tutorial for the back up to now. I'm going to put the other bit up today for this front and explain about the stitches and that on the other one. And since I put this up on my other channel, I think I had, on my Sheila's Just Knitting, that's where I put my tutorials. I think when I checked this morning, I had over 20 more subscribers since I put this on, so a lot of people have found it. But I have something to explain about this, anybody that's following this. You might have noticed when I started the tutorial off, it might look a different colour, the wool, from the start to the middle of the video. And it is a different wool, and I'm going to explain why. This is a different wool that I started with. and I'm going to show you. This was what I actually started with. Now this is Peyton's, and I was having trouble knitting it. It was very hard to knit, and I noticed something. It's very stiff. You can see, I don't know if I can do it on my hand, but it stands up on my hand. That's how stiff it is. It stands up. This, you let go, it just flops down. It's lovely and soft. And then I realised I bought this about the same time as I bought some other Peyton's, quite some time ago actually. I bought 4 balls of this, and I bought so much white, and the white was like this too. They seem to have changed the consistency of the wool. It was very hard, and I ended up just crocheting coasters and things like that with it because it just was not nice. And I got so far up to this. I started the tutorial with this. That was why I left it on, because I didn't want to have to do the tutorial, to do the video again using the different wool. Like seeing I started, you can see it's a slight different shade of pink. But I'm not sure whether I might finish this one off anyway. And something else, this was a 22, and it should not measure, the back should not have measured any more than 12 inches. Well, I didn't do a swatch when I thought it, because I've used Peyton's loads of times and think I need to do a swatch. But when I knitted it and I got up to the armholes and measured it, this is a 22 and it measures 14 inches across. It's just come out far too big. Don't know if you can put it against this one and you can see how the difference. You see how much further wider it is. So the wool just was not nice to knit with. I've got these all tangled up now because I leave all the long ends up on for sewing, you know, tangled. So I'm not sure what I'm going to do with that. Well, I'm going to finish it and wash it and see what it actually washes like. And if it comes out soft when it's washed, I will sell it. But I would not give that the way it was to anybody. And at the time, the only other pink I had was this one here. This is what I'm using now. It's Majestic. Now with this one, it says on the back, it doesn't tell you a lot. It just says mixed fibre. And it says 40-degree wash, so it's machine washable. It's not, I'm not sure, there's other signs which got crossed up. I'm not sure what some of them mean, but there's one with an iron, you don't iron it. And then it's got 4mm needles or hooks, made in Turkey. That's all it says. And I have Googled this. I've been on just about everything on Google looking, trying to find out what the mixed fibres are, but it just does not tell you. Everywhere that's selling it just says mixed fibres because nobody seems to know. So I did a little test before I started it. And I know that if you burn wool and cotton, it just goes to ash. But if you burn anything synthetic like acrylic, nylon or polyester, it ends up in a hard lump. It goes stiff and hard. So I did a test. I got a bit of cotton, a bit of wool, pure wool, a bit of just all acrylic, a bit of acrylic and nylon, and a bit of acrylic and polyester. And I set light all. I used a little ashtray in my kitchen. My kitchen stinks at the moment with the smell of burning. But I burned every single one of those strands just to see what they were. Also the strand of this as well. And like I'm seeing, the cotton one went to ash. The wool one went to, it's like an ash. It goes to like a kind of ash. And the acrylic just curled up and went in one lump. And so did all the other ones, and this one as well. But this one seemed to be in a harder lump. So I think this is acrylic. It's either acrylic and nylon or acrylic and polyester. So that was how I worked out what this is made of. So if anybody is thinking of buying it. It is a lovely wool to knit with. It seems to have, the strands seem to be split. I don't know whether you can see there, but it doesn't make any difference when you're knitting with it. You can see there's a lot. That was how I, looking at it first, I was separating all the strands to see if I could see anything different, to see what mixture, but they all look exactly the same. So I think it's all one mix of acrylic and either nylon or polyester, something like that. But it's lovely wool to knit with. They don't have many colours in it, but I did find it on some site where they were actually selling it for 89p a ball. I paid, I bought a pack of 10 balls of this, and I think it cost me £10, so that was a pound a ball. I think it would have been more if I bought separate balls. But I think, I'm not sure whether it's Knitting Network or there's some site that is selling it for about £1 a ball, but there is not a lot of choice in colours. That's the only problem. I bought 10 balls of this pink and 10 balls of the a lilac. I do have a couple of packs of Aran. I did buy a couple of packs of Aran. But the Aran seemed a little bit different to this. The Aran seemed as though it might have wool in it. So they're mixed fibres. There's mixed fibres, all different mixed fibres and different types, because they have chunky in it as well. But the double knitting is lovely, and I am definitely going to get more of this. I like this. It's lovely to knit with, and it's got a lovely feeling. It's lovely and soft when it's knitted up. Just right for, you know, young children, what you want for them. That's what I'm knitting these ones in. But there's no way was I going to finish knitting that one. It's just, it just annoys me when I see how stiff it is, and it feels hard as well. It just does not feel nice. But anyway, that's a little bit for today. I am looking at the weather, so I will not be doing much knitting today. I am going to put the tutorial for this bit up first, but I'm going to get in my garden, because I was in my garden yesterday. Most of yesterday I did not do any knitting during the day. I was out in the garden and I cut my long hedge in the back garden. I think it must be about 50 foot. I've never actually measured it, but it took me ages to cut it, because I used to usually cut it once every month. And that it only grows a little bit like that, and the it's called a hedge groom that I use, like a lawnmower, and you just plonk it on top and go backwards and forwards and up and down the side like that. That's how it works. And it cuts all the little bits, up into tiny little bits, ready to straight into your compost. It's great for that. But I had let it grow. It had been too long, and they were quite, the height were like that, so I was having to lift it and plonk it down on some places, because some places had grown higher than others. So it was a lot of hard work, and it did take me quite a long time, but I managed to get it all done. And then I did a little bit weeding. There's a lot of weeds in my garden, because like I'm saying, I haven't been doing what I should do normally in the garden, because I've been sitting knitting all day. Now I thought, I'm going to leave my knitting for the night time. I want to get out in my garden, because it was a lovely day yesterday. It was really warm. It was windy, but it was nice and warm. And I was just out in the sun top and skirt and just working away and enjoying myself. And when I finished the hedge, I started pulling a lot of weeds. I have four little plots in the middle of my patio, where I usually used to plant flowers and that, and they were full of weeds. So I was pulling all the big weeds out, the ones that you can pull out by hand, and I'm going to dig them over. They're just small plots where I keep flowers and that in. And then I noticed between all my paving on the patio, they're all little squares of paving, and there was weeds sticking up, so I started taking some of them out. And then it got to tea time, so that was when I came in, had my tea, and that's when I started doing some knitting and that. But it's not so nice today. It is dull, and I think it's going to rain, so I want to get out as soon as I can and get a bit more done of what I was doing in my garden. And then my knitting will be for tonight, but it'll be the black one probably before it gets too dark. So I'm going to put those down and get myself out into my garden. So thumbs up and subscribe, and I'll catch us all another time. So bye for now.